Welcome. And the question today from Yang Wendy 1 is, fast food workers, what is your serve? This is a Wendy's moment. Hi, this is Derek. I just put the Drama Llama, Fred, back in his llama pen, so that I can do this quick video for you with some of the stuff that Fred found on Reddit earlier today. Oh boy, let's get ready for some drama. Wobblelet answered with, "This is really weird that this became a meme, because I swear this is true. In about '95 I was driving from New England to Florida for a college spring break trip. Somewhere in South Carolina we stopped at a Wendy's. Near the hallway to the bathrooms they had a big map of South Carolina and I said to a person, 'Can you tell me where we are?' I was pretty clearly indicating the map. The lady said, 'Honey, you in the Wendy's.' I was like, 'Thanks. Okay. So no Big Macs?' Bald-headed hoe followed up with, "One time this older dude rushes up to order and slams a coupon on the counter saying, 'I want this.' I pick it up at his menu items for KFC. I ask him what exactly would you like to order. He instantly gets disgruntled with me for not reading his damn mind and shakes his finger at the coupon and said, 'Well, whatever is on the coupon, obviously,' in a condescending tone. I just look at him for a minute and say word for word, 'Sir, this is McDonald's. I don't know what you want me to do with this KFC coupon.' He looks at me dumbfounded. Then looks behind me at the menu and around the store, yells, 'Oh, poop.' Like this isn't his first time walking into the wrong establishment, grabs the coupon and storms off. 22 deep fried pickles 22 answered with, "I worked at a liquor store a few years back. One day a man walks in and puts 2 bottles of whiskey down, and as I'm scanning the bottles I make the usual small talk. 'How's your night going?' The man took a deep breath and looked me in the eyes and says, 'Well, I just walked in on my 14-year-old son completely naked and video chatting an effing middle-aged man. So it could be a lot better.' I didn't quite know what to say, so I told him, 'Oh, that's not good, enjoy your drinks.'" PNW Bound and Down followed up with, "You can always tell those of us who work customer service jobs by our ability to come up with something neutral and harmless to say to absolutely anything." Baby Tardis answered with, "I worked at a pizza place and I got a complaint that we delivered sushi. It was a pepperoni pizza. But he could not be convinced." Infinious Beats followed up with, "I was working at Brahms and this guy went on a whole rant about how Queen and all the bands from the 70s and 80s are working with government to erase memories. All because he heard a lyric wrong." The Bean and the Bug answered with, "I worked at a Chipotle for 4 years and got some pretty interesting requests. But I'll never forget the time someone ordered soup. Chipotle doesn't have soup. I promptly reminded her this was a Chipotle, but she insisted we could do it. So we made her soup at Chipotle. It was the grossest concoction of bean juice, sofritas, mild, medium and hot salsa, and sour cream. She was stoked." I'm totally sure bro followed up with, "This reminds me of one time at Chipotle the guy in line ahead of me asked for the yogurt on his burrito. The employee had to tell him it was sour cream." Grizz07 answered with, "I worked at the concession stand at a movie theater in high school. This guy orders a popcorn and large Diet Pepsi. Comes back to the counter like 10 minutes later complaining that his soda is carbonated. I explained to him that all of our sodas are carbonated and he asked me if we had a microwave. We did, so he wants me to go into the back and microwave his soda. He wants it warm but not too warm. Went to the back and had to pour the soda into 2 different cups because the original wouldn't fit into the microwave. Truly bizarre experience." Give Me the Beef followed up with, "I worked at Dunkin' and one time a customer came through the drive-thru and complained to us that the drive-thru was built in a way that made it hard to drive. She started yelling at my coworker, so I just put down what I was doing and told her, 'Ma'am, we cannot change the construction of the building.' Like seriously though, what did she want us to do? I just make sandwiches." Edit. Thank you for the award, strangers. I don't check Reddit that often, but it made my day. Eat It Grizzlebees followed up with, "Not fast food, but I was a hostess at Carrabba's. I answered the phone and a woman asked if we're located at such and such intersection. I told her no, and gave her the correct directions. She insisted I was wrong and that we were located at such and such. I told her that I think she had us confused with another Italian restaurant chain, Johnny Carino's. She still disagreed and tried to argue. I finally just basically said that I am standing in the building that I work in 5 days a week. I'm pretty sure I know the location of my physical body, and hung up. Cadbury Ovaltine Dead answered with, "Dude came to drive through. I open the window. Sir, how can I help you?" "I'm out of checks." He replies calmly. "Not sure I follow you." I say, "I'm out of checks?" He says again more impatiently. "Right, I heard you, but I don't know what you want me to do about it. You can pay with cash or card too." Dude gives me a weird look, then says, "Oh, this ain't the bank," and peels out away from the window. I'm a pharmacist. Mocha Blended Fun followed up with, "You don't have tables?" "Nope. I'll just have the general chicken." "This is a Pizza Hut." "Fine, just a few egg rolls." "How about a pizza?" "Why would I order pizza at a Chinese restaurant?" "You're right, that would be stupid." Upstairs Cow followed up with, "Y'all wouldn't believe the amount of disappointed rich people who come to Panda Express and find out we aren't serving authentic Chinese food." Once a well-traveled rich woman came into Panda Express and stood at the buffet line for about 10 minutes, critiquing our mistakes and explaining how Chinese cuisine doesn't actually have fried wontons with cream cheese filling. "Ma'am, we just fry what came in the bag from a warehouse in California." Yoda Herb answered with, "I used to work at Target and they hired a new girl, who had previously worked at Walmart, to work the fitting rooms, and by default the intercom system. A few days after she started, she was about to make an announcement over the intercom, and I guess habit took over because she started the announcement with 'Attention Walmart shoppers.' She realized her mistake and made a good recovery with 'You are in the wrong store.'" Escaped from Mirkwood followed up with, "Oh man, I did the same poop even when I got moved from drive-through to front counter at KFC for a night. Walked up to my register, confidently announced 'Please drive through to the next window,' and immediately turned around and went to go stand in the back to deal with my shame." Universe Bear followed up with, "Worked at a small roadside produce place. My boss had a few different stalls, so I was often left to run the stall myself. I remember this lady walked up. 'Do you have any tomatoes?' 'Sorry, we don't. But the place down the street has them.' 'Then go there.'" Just Dating Towns followed up with, "Worked at Chick-fil-A for too many god-awful years. Guy walks in looking at his phone and says, 'I'd like the fish sandwich combo.' Cue confused blinking on my part, and then I finally ask, 'What was that?' Dude looks up from his phone, sighs, and says, 'I want the fish sandwich.' Me, sir, this is Chick-fil-A. Literally all we have is chicken." He finally looked up at the menu behind me, then around at the restaurant completely bewildered, turned around and walked out. I don't know how he even drove there, parked, and walked in without noticing where he was. Pigeon Egg 3735 followed up with, "Someone asked me what type of meat is on the grilled chicken sandwich. I responded muskrat. He didn't think it was very funny." Solaris9 followed up with, "I worked in a Jimmy John's. A dude in a military uniform came in asking about a military discount. Told him we don't give military discounts, to which he proceeded to flip out, pull out his phone and start recording a video, ranting about how we won't give him his military discount like he deserves." Big Ol' Smelly followed up with, "I used to manage a Del Taco during my high school teenage years. We had an older man come in once a month and drive straight through the speaker to our window. At said window he'd look at me until I came over, start ordering Starbucks, then midway through realizing it was a Del Taco and drive off. Once a month, every month, for 2 years." Premium Recycling Bin followed up with, "I work at a Chili's, and when I was hosting, old people would constantly come in and talk about how weird it was that we redecorated so suddenly and where did the salad bar go. They thought we were Sizzlers, which was 2 buildings away from us. Happened at least 4 times." Tan Croissant followed up with, Not exactly a fast food worker, but I do work in a restaurant and people can get Deliveroo or Uber Eats from us. A couple times a week a driver will show up and show us their phone with an order for a 12-inch sub. Yeah mate, that's the Subway across the street, we're a pizzeria, read the address. God knows how they find the customers' houses. And finally, Liar of Partnell followed up with, reading through this thread is starting to convince me that dishwashing was actually the lucky position. You know, that is so true. Well, there you have it. A perfectly great question answered by a bunch of fine and honorable citizens. Help support this channel by smashing the like and subscribe buttons. Also hit that silly little bell too to ensure you get the latest videos. Fred is always finding stuff for me to post regularly. So this is Derek signing off, thanks for watching. Good grief, it sounds like Fred is out of his pen again. I think he found more drama for me to share with you. See you soon.